Speaking of looking exhausted, my goodness, how does she stay so fresh? I don't know how it's done. I've got to call her and see what is it. Is it some sort of? There's got to be some kind of retinol or something like that. There's got to be some kind of what? I mean, what in the world? There's so many available different things that you could have that are, that have got to be some kind, just like a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful kind of setup that for if somebody's that makes you just look and feel fresh. I feel like, oh God, I don't even know how to say it. The new Kari Lake filter just makes me feel so much better about myself. How do you feel? I don't care. Weird. It did that to me as well. That's so strange. What is the name of that filter, chat room? Oh, adrenochrome. That's right. Yes. Wonderful new. It's a filter, is it? It's interesting. That's so good. Oh, it's great. Anyways, you were saying, Carrie?
Joe Biden spent most of his time.
Oh my God. All right. Even I have rules about how much work a man can have done. Do not inject marzipan into your face. Gummy bears are meant for eating, not liquefying and injecting into your cheeks.
Time during his UN speech today talking about climate change. Meanwhile, our southern border is being invaded by migrants. Just in the first 10 days of this month, 63,000 migrants have been apprehended up to.
Huh. Wait, they're apprehending them? You don't say. Are they? What's that word right there? Did they now? I thought the border was wide open. Why the fuck? Why would you apprehend someone if they have if it's open borders? I'll tell you, I think it's a wonderful thing. Well, I gotta say, there's so many questions that I have. So many questions. And when they keep saying like, okay, people are like, they're like arrested, coming across the border, like, isn't that what you want? And then you're mad that they are? And then I just don't understand it. And then of course, it's just so strange. You know what I mean? It's just so strange. How in the world, how do you even deal with that? This is just wrong. So do you want this shit to come in or do you want this shit not to come in? Are you mad? Why are you mad? What's going on? This is so very strange. Sorry. I don't know what the fuck that was. I just had to go with it. And I ran so far. Almost. All right. So wrong.
10% from August, and in Arizona in just one day last week.
9,100 Mexico into one day. Cartels control the border, says New York Post. September 14, 2020. Cartels control the border. Oh, Breitbart and New York Post. Gee, how do they know 9,100? That's a fairly specific number. Why wouldn't you just do over 9,000? Oh, because you caught them and counted them. 9,100 people. Whatever shall we do? We are a country of 340 million. We could never absorb that many people. How many did we reject? All of them. I see.
Remember this? Over 9,000 migrants crossed the border. How can Joe Biden run for office with this disastrous record? But
how can you say the border's open if these people are being caught? They're being apprehended. You don't apprehend people if the border is wide open. If they've got an invitation from the president, obviously it was printed on some really nice paper. So, are the Customs and Border Patrol just letting people through? They're just letting them come in? Fuck Biden. Fuck the Democrats. Let them come in. I don't care. Yeah, Trump's right. It's all insane asylums and murderers and killers. Let's just let them loose.
The real question is,
what the fuck is going on with your head?
will he even be the nominee?
Yes, he will.
Joining me now is former Arizona gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake. Kari,
someone who's nominee for most likely to be the head of an HOA that annoys the fuck out of everyone at the subdivision meetings.
Gates asked me who I thought it was going to be, and I said probably it's going to be Michelle Obama. I don't think Michelle Obama. Mm-hmm. I don't think Joe Biden's going to make it to 2024 for.
That's because it's wishful thinking, stupid.
For whatever, a myriad of reasons. What are your?
Yeah, whatever.
He sure seems like he's starting to break down, even more so mentally and cognitively. I just saw where he was reading from a prompter and he couldn't even manage to get the words out.
Oh my God. Thank God that never happens.
Here
with
I am like an idiot.
Donald Trump. He's got a grasp of the language that I think.
The Burmese executives. So this Burmese, they say, pronounce it Burmese. Free health care for illegal. Look. We're going to be appointing very pro-crime judges. Christopher Columbus. Christopher. Huh? Michigan gave us Motown. Gave us Motown. Gave us the Mustang.
Trump is younger than Biden. Please continue.
You know, the words are right in front of his face, and
Yeah, they are.
Dumps. They call them dumps. Big, massive dumps.
he still couldn't get him out. So I think
He still couldn't get him out. It's weird.
I felt really good almost after taking it.
Taking what?
Where's Dick?
Oh.
Hi, Dick. Do we like Dick? Yes.
What?
he's starting to melt down. I don't know if they're not giving him his meds or what's going on. Put on all that aside.
Yeah, but I don't have any really good jokes. Sorry about that, Eric. I can't. I'm getting all these screen names coming up, making fun of my my Vaseline filter.
He's not competent. And not only is he not competent, not only
Well, considering you think Trump is, you live in upside down world, I will translate it accordingly.
is he driving our country into the ground, he's bought and paid for by our adversaries. I mean,
Oh dear, bought and paid for. Okay, gotcha. So he's not extorting them; they're bribing him. Gotcha.
just sit and think about that for 1 second.
Okay, I'm done.
He's been bought and paid for by the CCP. They are
Oh, the CCP, really? And so they want to be skull fucked economically? That's what they're asking for? They're just sick of the advancement that they were heading towards, and they just want to eat shit from now on. Are they just like gimps from Pulp Fiction?
our enemies. He's been bought and paid for by Ukraine, by Burisma, by Kazakhstan. He's been bought and paid for by the
Aren't those competing interests?
mayor's wife in Moscow.
That money went to Devin Archer. Also, what did she want? Us to support Ukraine? Why would the mayor's wife in Moscow want us to support Ukraine and crater the Chinese economy?
I don't know who this guy
Anything?
is beholden to, but I
Obviously.
can tell you for one thing, based on what he's done, it is not the people of this great country.
Oh, she's not. She's broadcasting from someplace else. She's not in America.
And so I think he shouldn't run based on that. Not to mention that he seems to be having a few snafus when it comes to his ability to even articulate anything.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I had a beat off.
You know, when you have the best words.
You know the expression?
Yeah, those kind of
Who
things.
wants people coming in from foreign countries?
I
They're
know.
going to be a country no more. I actually think it will not. It will be a country no more. We have to slab it.
I
We
agree.
have to slab it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit
Yeah. What was that noise?
in control room. Let's rack the
Hold on.
Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom was talking. He was at the UN, but doing the climate. Newsom.
Hold on.
Gavin Newsom was talking.
Back up.
In control room. Let's.
I want to hear the yep.
To even articulate
Yep,
anything.
Yeah. Let's talk a little.
Yeah. What kind of alien language is Lizard people.
In control room. Let's rack the Gavin Newsom.
Let's rack back away from her face because we're getting this kind of weird sepia tone haze.
Gavin Newsom was talking. He was at the UN, but doing the climate thing, making the rounds. Everyone says it's going to be Gavin Newsom, but he is very, very much pushing both Biden and Kamala Harris. Listen.
Of course she is. The Biden-Harris administration, masterclass in terms of performance. Bipartisan deals on infrastructure, bipartisan deals on guns. And
By the way, that's Kari Lake laughing. Again, specifically, he goes, masterclass, bipartisan deal on guns and on infrastructure. Not even debatable. Actually happened. True. Legislation passed. Big deal. I don't know what the fuck she thinks, like, That's one of the areas where you just like kind of calmly, quietly let that moment pass.
Debt ceiling on the CHIPS and Science
She's
Act.
the best choice.
I mean, by definition, if I think this administration the last 2.5 years has been one of the most outstanding administrations in the last few decades, and she's a member of that administration, she gets to lay and claim credit.
So what do you say, Carrie? And by the way, again, I've invited Newsom on the show.
I laugh, I just, I laugh in my lonely, broken, unelected, hazy world. I laugh at them because they think this is good, infrastructure and things like that. In my state, in Arizona, we have over $9 billion in new investment in high-tech stuff that the Biden administration, oh, fuck.
He's texting me often saying he's coming. But why do this national tour? He's going to a lot of states if he doesn't plan on running, if Joe steps aside.
I'm sorry, I'm still trying to get over what he just said. What is he on? What is he on? What is he watching? This has been a train wreck from the beginning.
Yeah, just name something. Tell them how the infrastructure bill didn't actually amount to anything. They didn't build anything. That bridge that collapsed. Tell me the story about how they said it was going to take like 18 months to fix, just on a bare minimum, maybe a couple years, and they fixed it in 30 days.
And I don't know what he's referring to when he says the economy is doing well and we're doing well on all these issues. We're doing the opposite of well.
Opposite of well. Medium well? No. Well done? That wouldn't be the opposite. Rare. It's a rare time in America, sure.
We're in a dismal situation. I think he is planning to run, and I think that Gavin Newsom thinks he's going to be the nominee in 28. So he's trying to set himself up for that moment and probably trying to do a little brown nosing when it comes to the current administration so that perhaps he gets the nod when it comes his time to run. But,
it's almost like he's thinking strategically like a fucking adult. It's weird. And so to you, that's just transactional and evil, I guess. Is that the idea? Okay.
They didn't just make up this phrase, don't California our Arizona, don't California our Texas.
Yes, they did. They just made that up. They absolutely just made that up.
Don't California our, you name the state.
Yeah, especially like Louisiana. Don't turn our state into one of the top 10 economies on the fucking planet. Whatever you do.
Because things are going well under Gavin Newsom in California. The reason that saying applies across the country is that
is because you couldn't possibly do it with Arizona because it has nothing to offer on that scale. It doesn't even have enough water for the two major cities that it does have. And so it has to steal it from Nevada and the Colorado River. You mean because of that?
The entire nation realizes that Gavin Newsom has destroyed California, ruined the lives of children, destroyed businesses in California, and is pushing a very radical agenda.
Very radical. Oh, it's radical. The whole point of like the GDP in California going up faster than the rest of the country. I understand. I see what you're doing. It's probably a backdoor way to communism. Communism. Excellent.
That is hurting our kids. So I don't think he's got a
Yes, nothing hurts our kids like small businesses going out. These kids wanted to start a small business, and he's just, if they want to open up something in the App Store, he just shuts it right down.
snowball's chance in Phoenix to even be the nominee.
Oh, so Phoenix is hell. Interesting.
But apparently in his head, he's got these grandiose ideas, and that's okay.
Yeah, God knows you don't have any grandiose ideas. I would never accuse you of having anything in your head. That's, never.
Okay, I guess we can let him have a vivid imagination.
I'll tell you, if the proof of exactly what you...
Yeah. You know what the rough part is for me, is say that part about how Biden can't talk again. But Eric, jump in.
A vivid imagination.
I'll tell you, if the proof of exactly what you're saying right there.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Biden has something about he can't put two sentences together, or he can't understand what he was saying, or something. Yep. Okay.
There's the last census. California, I believe, lost 2 congressional seats. Florida picked up 1, and I believe Texas picked up 1. And that tells you that is purely.
Yeah, and the cost of living went up in both of those places, and immeasurably, and lowered in California this much. Like the difference was astronomical, and fucked both of those states. Look at rental costs in California versus Texas and Florida now.
based on population movement right there. Kari, you
Because of COVID.
said don't California, Texas, or don't California, Florida.
Yeah, but she said Arizona first. But you want to back up at this again? Because I really do think it's a bad look if you're talking about Biden not being able to speak clearly and then you're just doing whatever this bullshit is.
Don't Fox Newsmax. In the
Oh my God. Just, this motherfucker needs to try harder.
reason I say that is because you're unoriginal and you're on the weaker channel and you're trying, just like she's in Arizona and California has a lot more money. You're on Newsmax and Fox has a lot more viewers. you're going to be a Donald Trump surrogate at the next debate, which is next week, a Fox debate, Fox Business debate. But last time they didn't let Don Jr. and Kimberly into the surrogate, into the spin room. Do you know if you're getting in?
No, she's not. If Trump doesn't show up, his people don't get to go into the spin room. You don't get to spin the argument that you were not there to make.
Do you think you'll get in?
I think.
And here's the other thing. Why the fuck do you think you deserve to get in? If your candidate doesn't show up for the fucking debate, then your statement is fucking nut up. It's you think you don't need the debate.
Yes, I think that's been resolved. I think the RNC's taken a little more control, not, relinquishing everything to Fox. And so there will be people like me in the spin room. I'm looking forward to that.
There's no one like you. I can't wait for the nights with you.
After all, they won't allow any candidates who are America First on. They wouldn't even let Larry Elder in there. Larry Elder has some really important topics that he's been bringing up.
Yeah, but he doesn't even chart to the minimum that the other 1%ers are on their thing. They've already got a wide field with the people who actually have charted over a point
On the campaign trail that I think need to be addressed in a debate, which is the absence of fathers in the home.
In black homes, you mean?
And many other issues that Larry Elder.
Yes, we need to let Larry Elder on stage so he can mock black people to them, because we're not allowed to do it. But if he's there, we just stand back and let it happen. He's never going to be president. But it'd be nice if he was be able to say there, just get mad at black people, and we could all go, yes, say that. But without him ever, with no hope for a vote. Sure, that's the same.
Elder speaks very well toward and understands greatly and deeply and has policies for. So this is kind of their handpicked establishment crowd. And that's okay. This is still the children's table, the kids' table. And the last debate was kind of.
So you want Larry Elder to be sat at the kids' table?
A dud. And so, most Americans.
Is she behind a shower curtain? I think so. I think I'm pretty sure somebody just went, yeah.
Feel that the primary is already over, but we'll let this theater go on, and it'll be kind of fun to watch them bicker on the stage, and we'll be there to lay out America First policies in the spin room, which Donald Trump understands most and best of all.
Yeah.
Well, then why isn't he there? If he understands them most and best of all, why not just show up and go, I don't have to debate these motherfuckers, but I'm going to sit in the spin room. I'm going to be my own surrogate. If anybody would pull some bullshit like that, it would be Donald fucking Trump. Show up after the debate. I don't have to debate. They know where I stand. But I'm going to push back on some of the shit that they said because I was too chicken shit to stand on the fucking stage.
The spin room is fascinating, folks.
It's so good. It's great.
I'm jealous because you're going to have a blast. Assuming Fox lets you in, you're going to have a blast. You walk around there and you just talk. It's the heart. It's unique to the.
Holy shit, dude! Stop it! If you can't take the night off. You can't shit on Biden right out of the gate and say he can't talk or let her ramble like that and then go, the thing, when you go to wasn't that awesome? If you go to the party, there's people there and there's like fucking, and sometimes they have those olives with the, I don't know if those are jalapenos in them, it's a piece of garlic. I don't know. It's something, they're magic. I wish I fucking had them here.
Anywhere else in the world, the way that's spin room treats politicians and politics is just fascinating. Would love to get you back right.
Oh God, that's boring. God, like just what a fucking. It's like watching him with a wiffle ball bat trying to knock words into a basket to form sentences. Just whip. Where the fuck? How do I make a? What was I trying to say? What is that?
after the spin room and talk about it next
would love to.
week. Let's do that. Let's book it right now. Deep tease, as they say, folks. Kari Lake,
Ew.
thank you for joining us.
Deep tease. Ew.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. It's wonderful. It's so good. Hold on. Thank you, Eric. I think you were fantastic. And by the way, thank you for recommending your Botox person to me. Oh my God. Oh my God. They were so good. They were exactly what I thought they would be. Most of what is in my face right now are multivitamin gummies. Yeah, multivitamins. I was like, what? They were like, what would you like? They had like a tray of things. They were all laid out in front of me. And they're like, what would you like from this tray? They're like multivitamin gummies. And then those little caps they put on inner tubes. And I was like, no. And then they like Botox. I was like, that's a little pricey for my neck of the woods. And then they had, I thought about this one for a second. They had a Stretch Armstrong. And they were like, we'd love to let you have that. But that's what Eric has injected into his face. And so I went with the gummy bears. I went with gummy bears.